So, big words. Hey, big words. I just watched a video a day or so back by Ian McHugh. It was a thank you video to people who inspired him, and he saw his mentors. And my name was mentioned in the video, so thank you, Ian, for thank you for the thank you, as I said in the Facebook comment. Ian said that there's many good things to learn from James Tripp if you can get past the big words, which kind of amused me. So I just thought I'd say something about big words. I don't think of myself as using big words at all. I do love words. I do think words are important. I think words are powerful because they create distinctions. You see, because every word is attached to an idea. Every word is attached to an idea. When we're born into the world, we don't have any way of making distinctions. So, a baby comes out. I've said this before in other places. A baby pops out into the world and everything just is. Everything is. There's no separation of self and other. There's a hand waving in front of their face. They don't know that it's a hand. They don't know who it belongs to. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's capable of, what its potential is. There's just this undifferentiated mass of experience. There's a fantastic quote, I wish I'd prepared it before this video, from Helen Keller, who didn't learn words due to her condition. She didn't learn words until quite late in life. So she'd already formed the capacity to put together autobiographical memories, which most people start learning words before their systems for autobiographical memory kick in. So they can't remember what it's like to not have words and concepts. Helen Keller, she could. And later on, when she got hold of words and ideas and concepts, she could use them to describe how life was without them. And I seem to remember her talking about an undifferentiated clod of, just stuff. So babies come out and they have this undifferentiated experience, and they very quickly start to explore the world, first with touch and this kind of thing. And they start to make distinctions, and they're fuzzy, very fuzzy distinctions initially. And then at some point they get hold of language, and language starts to help them make finer and finer and finer distinctions about the world. And they build a map of the world. They build a conceptual system that enables themselves to bring themselves to bear upon the world in effective and useful ways. Now, the interesting thing about words is the richer your vocabulary. I don't mean the superficial vocabulary. In fact, it's not even a vocabulary of ideas. It's a vocabulary of concepts. The richer your conceptual vocabulary, the more options and the more choices you have in how you can connect with the world, bring yourself to bear upon the world, and the more power you have to make differences. Words genuinely are magical things, concepts, ideas. They create distinctions. They create differences. They create differences that can make differences. So the thing about a distinction is it always brings you to a level of choice. If you can distinguish this from that, because you have the concepts to do so, and then this from that in a finer way, it always brings you to the level of choice. Because this or that is a choice point. You go this way or that way. You hold it this way or you hold it that way. So I probably use some big words in this, but the size of the words isn't important. The size of words is irrelevant. It's absolutely irrelevant. What's useful to understand about words is they literally shape your experience, and they literally shape how, metaphorically speaking, you can get hold of the world. So I advocate that people get into not necessarily words, but the concepts that lie beyond words, and they explore them deeply. Because from a hypnosis perspective, every word can be a trance in and of itself. You can go deeply into the meaning of a word, what it means, and you can look at the world through that word, as a self-hypnotic exercise, and you can uncover and unlock an awful lot about what that word could offer you and what that word could do for you. Okay, so there's a few thoughts on big words, and once again, thank you, Ian, for the thank you, and I wish you all the best with your new venture.